Men, watch this video to the end, because what I'm about to show you will change the way you deal with women forever. Make sure you watch to the end. Let's watch.
If you have an ex that you journeyed together, it may not even be.
Did you hear that?
Maybe you bonded so much that you became best of friends, you were into each other, but for some reasons you had to go separate ways. That's stage one. There is the stage two where sex is involved. Now you must understand that you are emotionally vulnerable towards those people because there's been an opening in the past. This is the reason why you don't keep exes around. They are not souvenirs to be kept. They are not souvenirs to be kept because their presence will open your emotional window. And before people start cheating, I'm going to get to the part of those who are not even children of God. For those who are children of God, first it is the vulnerability in the emotions towards a person.
Pay attention.
Because of the connection that you once had. Whenever there is attention, affection will grow from there. Severe the attention. There are people you need to block, not because you are offended, but because you have the tendency of being vulnerable around them. Beware of going into a city.
Did you hear that part?
And then you are texting the ex who lives there. Beware. In this case, the two people can be married to two different spouses, but they are emotionally married to each other. Let me say this again. You can be married to your spouse, but emotionally you are married to someone else.
This is very true, because marriage changes your boundaries.
Did you hear that?
You cannot enter marriage and still keep emotional doors open.
That's a very important point there.
Is the first person to block. It doesn't matter if you say we are just friends. History does not disappear. I want you to take note.
That's true.
This is because anyone you had feelings for is a risk.
There are times that people have not started cheating physically, but they're already cheating emotionally.
That is very true.
Before they can express any form of emotion towards their spouse, they have to imagine the person who is dwelling in their emotional window. And never you dare say this doesn't exist.
Pay attention.
You see that? So that's one. When you are in this state, don't manage it. Number one, the person who is in that state is suffering. Because your marriage, instead of being a home of bliss, has become a cage already. You see that? And the devil is going to drag you through that suffering. The second part is,
did you hear
there are
part?
people who are not children of God. And there are those who are children of God who have taken their emotion to a point where they are falling so bad, what the Bible calls the Lucifer fall. But there are people who are not children of God. You see, you expect them to live by the values of their father.
Very true.
And that's exactly what they are going to bring up. What kind of a man will cheat on the wife, or a woman will cheat on the husband and is not remorseful and will still verbally and emotionally abuse the spouse? That's not a child of God. All right? And like Pastor Mimi said, run first. It is the person who is alive.
Do you agree with that? That is true.
Stay alive for your children. Let me tell you this. There is the stigma that people who came from broken home face, and we say that they are from dysfunctional background. There are families that the father and the mothers are together and they are more dysfunctional than the families of those who are single parents. Who told you that once a family breaks, a home breaks? And please get what I'm saying. That means that any child that comes from there is from dysfunctional background. Let me tell you this, the most interesting fact. In counseling people who are recovering from trauma, who are recovering from dysfunctionality and all that, I found out that individuals who came from home where the fathers and mothers were together and enjoyed bliss have more tendency of hurting their spouse than those who came from broken home. Why? Because they don't know where the process will lead to.
Marriage needs peace, not emotional competition. If your spouse doesn't feel safe with someone, that is already your answer. Most affairs don't start in hotels. They start in chats, calls, and checking up.
Did you hear that?
Messages. Marriage is not about
learn something from this video.
About responsibility. Blocking someone is a protection, not punishment. If you're married and still holding on to your past, you are slowly destroying your future.
Immorality is a journey. I'm speaking to those who are in that process. You will never have the audacity to cheat on your spouse unless you have the audacity to engage pornography.
Respect your
That is where the foundation is laid.
I want to say that if your spouse doesn't feel safe with someone that is already your answer, someone you report to, someone you hold to a high esteem, if your partner do not support you doing that, it is time for you to quit. I want to also say again that most affairs don't start in hotels. They start in chats, calls, and checking up. Your messages, your secret messages, like we saw in one of the videos I posted here, the secret messages you have with such a man aside your husband is not really necessary. Avoid destroying your relationship slowly. What you do in the secret is really affecting that relationship, that marriage. You better quit from that. I want to challenge you here. What is your opinion? What do you think partners should do in marriage, in relationships? Are partners supposed to stick to their exes? Kindly put it down in the comments section.
You are struggling already. There's someone you are working with in your place of work that if you don't see that person, your heart wants to cut. You're already cheating emotionally. You need help.
Yes, I want men to learn lesson from this video. Even women should learn lesson from this video. Yes, if you have something to add to the comment section, kindly put it down there so that others will learn. If you are seeing me noticing this channel for the first time, kindly make sure you subscribe. Kindly make sure you share this video to your friends. Kindly hit the notification bell so that YouTube will share it to others to watch. Keep coming by. Love you. God bless you. Bye-bye.